I want to help you in your transition to the desert. I moved from a town that was just a few miles from the ocean in Novato, California, out here about 4.5 years ago. And man, was it a shock. The first couple of weeks, it was like warm, it was hot. It was actually 90 degrees and we were moving, it sucked. And then within a couple weeks, we had something happen that I've never had happen, an Arctic front. What the heck is an Arctic front? Well, I found out. And man, the winds were gale force and I thought the roof was gonna blow away. It was just, the house was gonna. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, the temperature changes and the variance and the unpredictability of the weather is just one part of living out here in the desert. But you know what? The desert is amazing. Nevada is amazing. And I can't go back to California. If you gave me all the money in the world, I can't even think of where I want to live in California anymore. And I loved California. Well, you come out here and things change. You're surrounded by the color green in California and you move out here and you're surrounded by the color yellow. But look at this. This is a historic mining town of Sutro right here. It's actually very haunted. And back there you have Virginia City. Virginia City is so awesome. It's this Wild West town that's just everything's original. You have people dressing up in old 1800s Wild West attire with live round guns, and it's so cool. You have to go. But here in Dayton, you know, you got the color yellow. But check out these mountains. These mountains are so epic. Check that out. There's probably no one hiking on that mountain, but you could motorcycle up there all day long. There's millions of acres in all directions, in all Nevada. You're never that far from open space. Literally anywhere in Nevada connects to anywhere in Nevada through open space. I don't care where you are, you're never that far. Maybe in Las Vegas you can get a little further, but up here in Northern Nevada, you have a motorcycle, you are free. And you have access to all this. Side-by-sides and motorcycles are the vehicle of choice out here if you want to make the most of this place. So back to the differences. You have humidity at sea level and places that aren't, and then it's dry out here. Really dry. So obviously you need to moisturize. Altitude here is about 4,400 plus or minus. The benefit of the arid climate here is that this is kind of weird. When you're cooking and I'll leave food out, you know, that I don't finish, you don't need to put it away right away. It's not going to grow bacteria very quickly. This sounds kind of gross, but I will leave food out, eggs, sandwiches, you name it. I'll just leave it on the counter for a day or two and eat it a couple days later. I don't have an iron stomach. It's just kind of cool you can do that. Things don't really rot and go bad here very quickly. So it's cool, you got the open space. And the thing about Nevada versus California open space, when you're in California and you go to a trailhead, you know what you see? You know what you see? Lots of signs that say no, no, no horses, no dogs off leash, no ATVs, no motorcycles, no side-by-sides, no guns, no fireworks, no. You know what we have here? Jack shit. We have go do what the fuck you want, because this is the wild ass West. I could shoot a gun right here, right next to this new construction, right next to Sutro, right on the side of the road, and nobody's gonna give a damn. Seriously, I could just go throw a TV out there and start shooting it. People come out here and they shoot coyotes. I hate that. But that's just like the level of freedom people have out here. It's like to a ridiculous level that's opposite California. California, no. Nevada, yes. No ATVs, California. ATV wherever the fuck you want, Nevada. You can do whatever you want out here. It is the land of freedom out here. These people pride themselves on being, you know, red, white, and blue patriots. A lot of them are veterans and law enforcement out here, and they'll let you know they take pride in that. And God bless them in their service. I appreciate that. And this place is just epic. Check out these mountains. You just don't get this in California. That's Raw Peak. That mountain, just like people will ride up there, but it's so crazy getting up there. It's hard just getting up there in a car. It's just, so you have epic mountains like you do in California, but they're more accessible. They're more hikeable. Of course, you need to bring a gallon of water just to survive that hike. But man, there's so much wildlife. There's so many activities. There's so many things to do here. The people are very different. Everything is different here. Okay, now there are dangers in Nevada. There could be contamination in the ground that can become airborne when you breathe it. There's places on the eastern edge of Lake Tahoe where they have a lot of radon issues, and you need to get radon tests, and you need to have radon mitigation. Water. You want a water softener if you're in a place like Dayton or a lot of places in northern Nevada. You need the water softener in a desert area because it's just the mineralization on the ground. It's very heavy, hard, a lot of calcium, and it calcifies your appliances. It makes them break down a lot faster. So the water softener is going to help prolong your appliances. It's going to help prolong your dishwasher, your washer, your dryer. It's also going to help your skin a lot. So you need a water softener. And then on top of that, I highly recommend a reverse osmosis filter on your house. Don't drink the desert water. This water is so contaminated, and it's not even the most contaminated in Nevada. You need a water softener. You could get delivered water. A lot of people do that. They'll get spring water delivered. You don't need that. I've done that, but now it's like, okay, you just pick your poison. Okay, you have the reverse osmosis, you change your filters, and you could save a lot of money. But then you could potentially have some metabolites of some things that are in the water, making it still into your body, even after water softening and reverse osmosis. You also need remineralization too to get minerals back. So there's a whole water education that you need. I should probably do a whole video on that, honestly. Reverse osmosis, or you need to get water delivered, probably some spring water that has minerals in it, and hopefully isn't contaminated with things like radiation or God knows what, just wildfire smoke contamination. So, it's really hard to get away from that stuff. It's arid out here, but it's epic. And you do have things to worry about. The water, the air, you just need to be aware of these things. You need to get the appropriate tests for your area. The temperature changes here really fast too. Whatever you see on any weather prediction station is a lie. They'll say, oh, it's clear skies for the next 7 days. And then you open the door and it's hailing. And then 30 minutes later, it's raining. And then it's snowing. And then it's a beautiful sunny day and the snow's gone. And then it's raining for 2 days. But the forecast didn't have rain for 2 weeks. That's just the nature of the desert. Like, oh, you don't like the weather? Go wait 10 minutes. And you need to be ready for anything. You need to keep survival stuff in your car, which is a whole nother thing. You need to be prepared to break down anywhere. If you're driving around in the desert and you want to go off-road, those roads are extremely rugged. Way more rugged than they look on Google Earth. They look chill, but they're not chill. There's nothing chill about the off-roading in Nevada. It's some of the most hardcore off-roading you could do, period, anywhere. It's giant boulders, jagged rocks, heavy clays that'll dry out your tires and make them crack. You lose a tire out in the middle of the desert, way deep there, you might not come home. It's that dangerous. So you need to have coats, warm supplies. You need to have, maybe like an emergency beacon or a radio. You need just some emergency supplies. You need water, food rations. You need to be prepared for anything in the desert. This place is no joke. But, people in the desert, they also look out for each other. If you're broken down, deep down, God knows where in Nevada, then, you have a lot of off-roaders and they go all over the place. You have hunters. They might help you, but don't plan on getting rescued. You need to have survival stuff. Honestly, there's so much to know about moving to the desert. It's so different. I can't even put it all in one video. So if you're looking to move out here to northern Nevada, give me a call. Happy to help you. 775-600-5764. I'm Realtor Erik Byers. I'll help you find an agent in any state of the U.S. If you're moving to the desert, give me a call. I'm happy to give you some info. But this place is pretty rad. There's so much to do here. There's a guy who does a paramotor. There's these paramotor guys. It's like they got a giant fan behind them, and they have a parachute up. And they're going really high up, and you'll see them go towards Raw Peak, over the neighborhood here. They'll come back and they'll land over here in some field back here. You have kite surfing on Washoe Lake and in Lake Tahoe. You have obviously the millions of acres of open space for off-roading. It's just epic. You can go out there and look for donkeys and horses, and if you're a rock hounder or a prospector, it's a really good place. Not good for your skin, but you just got to pay more money for the dermatologist, and you got to do more mitigating factors, taking care of yourself. So good luck to you if you're moving out to the desert. It's an adventure. It's a learning process, and I'm happy to help you any way I can, even if I'm not serving you myself. So give me a call, 775-600-5764, and good luck on your move to the desert.